Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Jayden, and today, welcome back to another cooking video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a cheeseburger. Right now, you're going to have to start up by heating your pan. In here, I'm going to be heating up to 6, but I'm going to be heating up to 4. But you should heat it up to 6 if you have a very thick patty, and heat it up to 4 if you have a very thin. And heat it up, that way it will always be easier. Then, you will add some olive oil. Once your olive oil is added, that will give your burger extra crispiness, but do not add too much or else too much grease will be on your burger. Next, we're gonna go with the seasoning. I use Lawry's seasoned salt, total seasoning, steak seasoning, and black pepper. You need to use 2 different seasonings on each side and not use all at the same time. Also, that it's not gonna get that good flavor. You want to have different flavors. I use Lawry's and steak sauce seasoning on the same side, but the other ones I'll use when we get to the next part. On the next part, you would want to put your burger onto the pan. After you put your burger onto the pan, that's when you put on your second 2 seasonings. So here's me using total seasoning and black pepper. You would need to use black pepper or total seasoning or anything that has salt and black pepper in it. That way it can get that good char, as the chefs call it. That way it will be good when the final product comes out. So here's me just finishing up the burger patty with its seasoning, and there you go, it's all seasoned. Make sure to clean up after you're done using seasoning, that way you don't make a mess when using it. After 4 minutes, once your burger's cooking, you need to get a good flip on it. You have to get into the middle and just scoop it up. Don't use a spatula. I don't use a spatula because it's going to make a mess everywhere, so I use tongs. But after 4 minutes, you want it to cook. You want to flip it over, that way it can just cook. This is what a good burger looks like on the first side. Next, what you want to do is just poke a hole in it. That way you can just get a good char along the way. That way all of it, the inside can be cooked. Then after another 4 minutes, you would flip it over again and see, it always has a good char already. After 2 more minutes, so the other side can get much more heat, you want to turn the heat off. That way it can still cook, but the heat won't, burn it. Next, you want to turn your attention to assembling your burger. Usually, I would start with the patty the buns, because how else are you gonna assemble a burger? So after you get your, I use brioche because that just feels soft. Let me know in the comments if you want me to start making my own dough, and I will. Then I would usually grab my mayo and pour the bottom. That way it can because I really like mayo. Mayo just sticks with me, if I should say, because it's really good. Now next up, you will want to get your lettuce, but I have to warn you, lettuce is very difficult. Like I said, it was very difficult. Anywho, after you get your lettuce, you want to spread your lettuce on the bottom after the mayo, because usually lettuce, I don't imagine getting lettuce on other sides of any part of the patty, but besides the bottom, because it feels good to me, because lettuce and mayo just go as a good combination. So I feel like that would be a good thing, because it would be a good combination, as I should say. Next, you will want to seal up your lettuce. Then turn your attention all the way back to the patty, just so you know it doesn't get overcooked. Now what you want to do is grab your patty, as I am doing here, and then putting it onto your lettuce mayo and bun. Now, as you can see, it's fully cooked. It has that good char I like, and nothing got wrong in the process, or became wrong in the process. Sorry, I get mixed up with my words. But here you will want to grab your cheese. I just like sliced cheddar, or wild cheddar as they should call it, because cheddar just sticks with me. I mean, I like American too, but cheddar's just my favorite. And then you let it melt on there. But if you guys suggest that I should do it while it's I flipped on my last flip on the patty, I will do that so it can melt faster. But this is my current process right now. I think I've mastered it so far, but I can always improve, you know. Then you would start putting your patty back into the bag, or put it in a Ziploc bag if you haven't already, and make sure the air is sealed. Make sure all the air is out, or else it's just gonna, spoil faster. Next, you would want to grab a knife with a really long edge, like I am, and be careful with this. And if you're a kid, make sure to have an adult while doing this process. I usually have tomatoes, so I would use this and cut your tomato really long, and because that way you won't get so much messed up. That way you would have your sliced tomato, and then you would have your patty, and then you have your ready burger ready to eat. Now be careful and have an adult ready to use the knife, because knives are very dangerous, and it's a really good thing to have a parent with you during this process, because cooking can be dangerous, I gotta admit. But it's always good and worthwhile. Now here's just an option, but I love barbecue sauce on the side, and barbecue sauce just goes so well in the burger. I don't put it on top because I feel like that's just, I don't think it's a really good thing to just put it on the burger, but if you dip it, it feels right. I don't know if you guys get the difference, but to me it's a difference. That way you would just have a really good burger and a nice dipping sauce, like here. Now that's really good. And here I already pre-cut it, but as you can see, I cut the burger, and as you can see, it's got that nice juicy center, and it's really rich. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed.